Hi, and welcome to another edition of Whiskey at Work. I'm Mark with Rob and Kelsey, and look at this new room here around. Is this any better than what we've been in? You guys realize this is our fourth room since we started this, right?
I think this room has potential.
Really?
But right now it is sort of sad and bright, and it's just as hot as the last one.
Oh, it is. I don't know how we can't get air conditioning down. We're in a basement, for God's sake. How do we not get cool air down here?
I don't know. Well, you do in the back hallway. I have a heater running in my office. It's July because it's very cold over there and very hot over here.
Oh, that just somehow makes an odd sort of sense. Anyway, welcome to this edition where, hopefully, if we don't melt back here, the next 5 weeks, we are going to be talking about the 5 regions of Scotland and Scotch whiskey. Are you guys excited for this?
5?
It's 5. We're not. So I'm not even going to.
6 doesn't count.
There is some people claim there's a 6. That's BS. I don't.
But then
I don't
Speyside's actually a part of Highland. Does that bring it back down to 5?
I don't adhere to that paradigm.
What do you mean you don't adhere to that?
It should
really be a question of opinion, is it?
It is, because there are definitely 5 regions, known regions for sure.
I feel weird standing. I don't know what to do with my hands.
I know. And another thing, we decided to stand in here too.
They tried to put me on a box because they think I'm so short.
Well, we just wanted to.
A box.
We didn't want her to feel awkward.
In a time of equality, we didn't want her to
we wanted to lift you up.
I feel supported.
There we go. That's the word we're looking for. Supported.
We're an underwire now.
Right.
Thank you.
Anyway, that's what we kind of want to do. And we, of course, have never once come at any of this in any of the episodes that we've done as experts at all on anything we've done. We just like to drink this stuff. That's why we started this whole thing. So as we're talking about this, please know in advance that we barely know what we're talking about.
There's other shows if you want
to
learn something.
Right. That's not what we're here for.
No.
But it's basically for people that are coming into this that maybe have never done Scotch, have never tried Scotch, have been scared of drinking Scotch, because there is a stigma with it, I think.
Yeah, a lot of it's gross.
No, it isn't. That's not the angle you take. I mean, I
didn't mean to scare you off, but a lot of it kind of sucks.
Do you remember the first time you had a Scotch, seriously sat down to drink it and be like,
I'm not a Scotch drinker. No, the first time I drank Scotch was probably with my Uncle Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it good Scotch, or was it like
No, he drinks good Scotch.
Okay.
And I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now.
Any kind. You've never found... obviously you've never tried all of them.
No, I've only tried, a handful. I try most of what's at Whiskey Fest every year.
Okay. Oh, that's
then
great place to start if you want to do this next March.
Then,
6 months.
Hopefully.
It's just
10 months from now.
It's very intense. I like ice. I don't like the peat.
This has no peat,
and that's
the beauty of this region,
right? That is like Rob said. One of there's only really one region in Scotland where that peaty, smoky, thick taste of Scotch comes from.
Where's that?
This is not it.
All of Scotland.
Okay, no, it's this. This region is probably the lightest drinking Scotches. They come from here. All right.
Do you want Rob and I to move out of the way? Pull down a fake map.
I would
and
love to. Why didn't we?
Fake map. I've got a guide.
Press can add us a map in post.
If you can put a map,
but I want it to be a pull down one
somewhere in here. No, there are. And getting back to it,
gotta get that sound right.
There are 5 regions, and the one we're going to focus on today is by far my favorite region of Scotches, because it has my favorite Scotch, which is not this one. But it is a Glenfiddich. It's the 14 is by far my favorite. And the reason why I wanted to pick this one is because it is, I think, for people that have never drunk Scotch before.
Or drank.
Can you use drunk or drank? Can you not substitute those two? Does drunk mean what? Way after the fact?
Well, when I was in grade school, drunk wasn't even a word.
Really?
As a
yeah.
verb. I called up my English teacher as a freshman in college and after drinking. and had her conjugated. I had a bet going, I had to win. Got her out of bed, I'm pretty
Really?
sure.
Well,
Sorry.
Yeah, but it has to be. It has to be drank.
Drink.
Yeah.
okay. I'm going to counter that by saying that the online Merriam-Webster dictionary has now said that irregardless is a perfectly fine word. So, so whatever. Okay.
Well,
Nothing.
Whatever.
Nothing matters anymore.
Yes, life is bad. It's all awful.
I'm returning to how I like to be.
Okay, so we're in the
height. Cool.
we're in the Speyside region of Scotland, and there are technically 4 others, but this one has probably the big 3 of scotches that most people know about. Easily the most popular is Glenfiddich from this region, hands down.
Not Glenfiddich.
Not Glenfiddich,
Not
it's
like
Glenfiddich.
Quidditch. It's Quidditch. It's
Did you just make a Harry Potter
did
reference?
make a Harry Potter reference.
Did you?
Nice.
It was. Good job, Rob. We're getting somewhere.
Scotch does funny things to you. Sorry.
The other ones would probably be the Glenlivet. It's not.
Glenlivet.
It's the Glenlivet and Macallan.
Not the Macallan.
Macallan, but Macallan. But Macallan is notorious for its pricey scotches. And as a matter of fact, the most expensive bottle of whiskey ever sold was the 60-year-old 1926 Macallan Fine and Rare. $1.9 million is
Do you
what
think
it sold
they
for.
drank it?
I never found out whether or not they did.
Did they ever confirm that was actually what was in it, or did somebody?
That's my.
Someone has to authenticate it,
$1.9
right?
They do,
million
yeah.
dollars for a bottle of brown water.
Well, there was actually one barrel of this that existed, one solitary barrel, and that's where they pulled all this from, and that's where that figure came from. So,
which was actually piss brown water from a mad employee.
from 1926, really?
It's not Scottish, it's crap.
There we go. We worked that in.
It's on my notes.
Anyway, where were we? Back to drinking this. This is not your typical Glenfiddich that we're drinking. We just happen to have a bottle of this in the. Where did you get this
Ooh,
from?
why
anyway?
is it special?
This was actually a Christmas present a few years ago.
Okay, all right. It's one of the more pricier Glenfiddichs too, because of the Solero vats that it's made in.
Yeah, I think I have no idea what it costs, but I'm thinking it's about $60, and they said it was about a few dollars more than the Glenfiddich 12.
Okay.
So
it's unique in that if you want to look into how or what Solero means and what the vats, how that works, I don't know if you want to explain it or just let people go look it up. It's a process.
Since I did all the research,
I'm going to talk.
the Solera vat is what Glenfiddich uses, and I think it's kind of their own deal. They invented this vat, although with Spanish influence, and they take sherry Scotch that's been aged in sherry casks, bourbon casks, and new oak casks, and they mix it together. And the purpose of the Solera vat then is they empty half of it at a time and leave the remaining half and then fill it so that they're always using that old mixture to mingle with the new stuff.
So there's really all a part of the originals in it the entire time,
Right.
Technically,
Theoretically.
okay.
So,
well,
yeah, this has been happening since the late 90s.
well, I think they do it a
early
lot with
2000s.
wine though too, don't they? I think Solera vats and wine are a big deal.
Primarily, they've been used for wine, vinegar, beer,
Okay.
brandy.
Oh wow. So almost everything then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is really a great place to start if you want to drink Scotch. A Glenfiddich 14 is, if you're ever wanting to try to go grab a bottle, it's not going to break the bank. Pretty sure that's under $50 a bottle, and it is it's delicious. It's going to be, you're going to get some more of the fruit and a little of the spice. It doesn't have a lot of burn in it when you drink it. I don't know if did you feel any
What
of
are
that
you
when you drank
saying?
it? Did it have some?
Seem like you're calling me weak. I haven't.
No. Well,
I'm not sure that should I try it?
Yeah,
now?
try it.
Would this
Yeah,
be a
do
good
it.
time to?
Since you're the yeah. What do you get as a non-Scotch drinker out of this for somebody that's going to
There's
go try
no
it for the first
burn.
time?
There's not a. Like there's that nice warmness, but you kind of want that, right?
Right.
I mean, I like that, but there's no burn. It's not harsh. It's very easy to drink. It's not peaty, kind of spicy.
So if you had it, would you say that this is what Scotch tastes like? You know what I mean? Or would you say this isn't scotchy?
I would say it's not that scotchy because
Okay.
it's not the thing that I always is that peatiness, that smoky. That's what I always associate with
Right.
Scotch, and I hate it. This is pretty good.
And like I said, that only comes really from one region that we'll do at the very last. That'll be the last one that we do because that's the one that everybody thinks about when they're afraid to drink this kind of whiskey, I think. But if you're a bourbon drinker or just a regular whiskey drinker, this should be where you start, I think.
pretty good.
This doesn't, in my mind, doesn't compare to bourbon. I mean, this is very nice. It is spicy. It is fruity, not banana whiskey fruity.
Oh,
But it's a nice drinking. Kelsey hit it on the head. It's got a nice spice to it, a nice warmth to it, but not a burn.
Yeah.
Some of the things that I read about this particular Scotch were that they like it around the holidays because it's got a Christmassy,
yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
yet fruity tinge to it.
Can definitely see that. Yep.
Yeah, after tasting it again, after not having it for quite a while, it's good. I told you that earlier.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, like I said, this is a great place to start if you want to run out and start a Scotch journey. And next week we'll I'm probably hoping we have I think a Highland Scotch.
Is that in my room too?
The Oban, yep, your other one that you've got. We'll be stealing that one for this little video we're going to do. But I also made a call in town here, and we have a liquor store that I was worried that one of the regions, the Campbelltown region, only produces 3 Scotches. And I was worried that one was going to be hard to find, but there is a liquor store right here in town that has a bottle. So I'm going to be strolling down there pretty soon to grab one of those before it's gone. So yeah, we'll either do the Highland or the Campbelltown region of Scotland next week. Does that sound good?
That sounds great.
Okay.
I like this. I don't like Scotch, and I like this. This is fine. I give it 3 Jamie Frasers.
By the way, be following us on Instagram.
Well, it took me a minute to catch up to that.
For our new quick sip feature that we will actually be rating this on a scale of...
Was that not now?
Apparently Jamie Fraser's this time. I don't know. I guess they're going to be different every week. So make sure you check
The magic
us out.
of the scale. You don't really know what the rating system is.
So where then, Kelsey, where can they find all this fun stuff?
You can find us at Instagram, Whiskey Without the E, or on Facebook, Whiskey with the E, or begrudgingly, I tell you that you can also find us at whiskey-at-work.com.
Jeff in Texas still sucks.
Yep, you do, buddy. Anyway, thanks so much for...
Jeff in Texas 0 Jamie Fraser.
I was going to figure
and
he
0
was gonna...
corn kernels while I'm at it.
He's going to get 0 the entire time until he sells us.
Can we rate Jeff at the end of
yes,
every...
we will. We'll rate him at the end every time. Jeff, you're still at a 0, buddy. Okay? Anyway, thanks so much for watching this edition of Whiskey at Work.